Hello, good morning one more time. I'm going to come with you with a very quick video. This time I'm going to talk about my own kids and the education. So some of you may know, this is Chakwa Millionaire. I live in Canada and I'm an immigrant originally from Africa. I've been in Canada for the last 7 years. And I came as a student. I now have a family here. I have a beautiful wife, and I have 2 kids, a 3-month-old boy and a girl who is turning 2 years next week. So today I want to talk about why we decided to enroll my first child, my daughter Joanna. You guys may have seen her already. She's all over me most of the time. Why we decided to enroll her in a French school. First of all, it wasn't an easy decision for me and mommy, because Canada is bilingual, right? Canada is bilingual. And even though Canada is bilingual, the chances that many people will send their kids to a French school is very low, except for those who have a background in French as a family. And then they see the importance of French education. But the average person, or the average Joe, or the average person or family will like to send their kids to an English-speaking school right from the beginning. Now, obviously, if you live in Quebec, which is the province of Quebec where they speak French throughout, then the expectation is that your kids would have probably gone to a French school there. We live in Ontario, so it's predominantly English. But we just enrolled our daughter, Joanna, in a French school, a daycare. She started just this Monday, so today is her 5th day in school. This is her first week in school. She started on Monday and she's loving it. She came home, and then 3 days ago she came home and she started saying bonjour. And mommy was like, holy. Like she came home and she said bonjour. It was like 3 days and she's already started saying bonjour. It's fun, huh? So why did we enroll her in a French school? Do we have a background in French? No. I'm from an English-speaking country. We only learned French for like 3 years. I only studied French for 2.5 years in school, and it wasn't that good. I can read a little bit of it, but not too good. I'm mostly an English, I speak English. My French ears are not good. My wife is not even the best at French. Her French teacher, she will tell you that my French teacher died several years ago. Basically, she's saying that she doesn't like French. She's not good at French too. We didn't take them serious when we were growing up. Why did we then choose French? First of all, it was overall difficult for us to get a daycare for our daughter. Because COVID is being managed properly by Canada, and the numbers are going down, a lot of parents are beginning to send their children back to school. In fact, schools have opened, so kids are all in school now. The challenge is that it's created a lot of scarcity, where it's difficult to get a placement in a daycare. We also didn't register our kids ahead of time. We didn't, in Canada, if you want to send your kid to a daycare, you need to enroll and put their name down, like with a school, or register ahead of time, like maybe a year ahead of time when you give birth to them, so that the school can reserve a spot for you. Because they have a very low number of student or pupil to teacher ratio, they don't have a huge class size like we have in Africa, where they bundle 100 people into one classroom. Here is small. So it is a little bit competitive trying to get, especially for daycare, right? It's very competitive trying to get a spot for your child. So you need to plan and enroll ahead of time. We didn't do it early enough. In fact, we should have done that maybe about a year ago, anticipating that we will need her to go to school when she's 2. We didn't do it. The reason why we didn't plan enough to enroll her or register her for a daycare was that we had decided we were going to do homeschooling for her, meaning me and my wife wanted to homeschool her instead of sending her to a daycare. And our reason was that we believe we can better teach our kids the way we want to raise them right from the beginning. So we wanted to try the homeschooling. And then life happens. So we had a second child 3 months ago. And then we realized that, look, the 2 kids, Joanna is already full of energy. She requires a lot of, I don't know how to say, she's hyper energetic. Every split second you need to keep an eye on her. She's all over the place. And with a newborn, if I'm not home especially, it's a little bit of too much work for my wife to handle our newborn son, John Henry, and be chasing Joanna. So at a point when I'm not home, it's very stressful. That is why you guys see me always go out with my daughter, right? Because I try to take her away from home so mommy can also be with a baby, newborn baby. So eventually we decided, you know what? Because I do a few other things like real estate and stuff like that, and I'm not mostly home. Choco Millionaire is one of them. I'm mostly doing this. Maybe this might not be the right time to do a full homeschooling. Let's rather send her to the daycare so she can get a bit of the Canadian feel of education too. And not just that, but she can even build social skills of learning along other children in an environment where she can learn and pick the accent and all of that, right? So we agreed. And then we said, you know what, let's send her. Now we started looking for schools and we couldn't get it. On the day of the christening of our son, which was about 2-3 weeks ago, you guys may have seen I posted a picture when we were doing the christening of our son. We decided to go take a family photo in a photo studio. So when we went there and we were taking the photo, the woman who was taking the photo of us, an elderly woman, I think there was a video I was watching of a young Canadian girl, a friend of mine's daughter, who was speaking English on YouTube, and I was watching a video on my phone. So the woman said, "Is that your daughter?" I said, "No, that's a friend's daughter." And then the woman said, "Oh, her French is good. How old is she?" And I mentioned her age. She's very young, probably about 6-7 years old. Then the woman said, "French is a very good way to start your kids." And I said, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah." She said, "Me, I educated all my kids in French. They went to French schools in Canada." I said, "But why did you do that? You are in Ontario. Why did you choose that?" He said, "Well, in our family, that is how we educate all our kids. And they've all turned out to be good. One went to Harvard, and they're so smart, so smart." So she basically convinced me that the way I can give my daughter or my children a head start is to introduce them to things that people are not normally doing. In short, she made a case or the argument that English is going to be easy for her to learn. Whether you like it or not, she's in Canada, she's going to pick it up. Reading, she may pick it up easily too in English. But French is not easily picked up unless you introduce them to it if you are not in a French-speaking zone. And since we are not in Quebec, where she can pick it up easily, the woman made a case that all her children are extremely successful. And she actually mentioned them to me. So me and my wife, we look at her and we say, "Thank you. I think we needed to, maybe God wanted us to come here today so you can tell us about that instead of taking a photo." We took the photo, all right, but we walked away with that wisdom that we heard it from somebody who is an elderly woman in her 60s, telling us how it is good. And she made a good case. So we got back home. Then we sent an application to some French daycares in our community, and they had an availability for us. And they said October 4th, our daughter can start. So she started this October 4th in a French daycare. Now, overall, what are we hoping to do? First of all, we think that is the right way to start her. One, the top languages in the world are English, French, Spanish, and now Chinese. Of course, it's a bit difficult to learn Chinese because we're in Canada, but at least we have the advantage of French because it's bilingual. Now, using my own self as an example, there was a good job or a good posting that came within my job where I work full-time. But because I did not have a background in a strong French background, I missed on that job position. The pay was really, really good. Do you see that? So what if I took my French seriously when I was growing up? Maybe that would have been better. I have 1 or 2 friends who did English in Ghana just like we did, but they took their French more seriously and they have better positions today. In short, when your ward grows up in a country like ours today or in a world like ours, if they have English, it is what generally almost everybody has. If they have a different language, it becomes a serious skill set. It is better for us to introduce our daughter to that and support her with the picking of English as well, knowing very well that tomorrow she will stand out. You see, in the Bible, there is a story of the broad way and the narrow way. The broad way is used to depict where majority of people will walk, and eventually they struggle in life. The narrow way is normally the path that a majority of people will not like to travel. And normally the few people who travel there, they normally succeed. I believe in the concept of the broad way and the narrow way. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that if everybody from my country or all my friends are doing the same thing, there is a good chance I will not do what they're doing. So if all my friends are sending their kids to English-speaking daycare, I have nothing against that. But there is a good chance I will not send my kid to an English-speaking daycare. The reason being that I want my kids to be very different, and I want to raise them differently. And as parents, we are even going to be the #1 tutors and educators for our children. In fact, we made ourselves a promise that we will supplement whatever she gets from school with our own teaching home. So when she comes home, we're going to be teaching her still. We're going to be beefing her up with our own teaching and other things and other skill sets to make her just totally rounded and well developed. Someday, I'm hoping that I can look back to this video and smile, knowing that as a father, I made the right choice for my daughter who is young. What inspires you in terms of selecting a school for your children? Are you doing what everybody is doing, or you are trying to give them an advantage beyond what everybody is doing by traveling the narrow way? I hope this video gives you something to think about. If you disagree with me as well, no need to fight, no need to argue, no need to insult. Drop a comment down there. Let me know what inspires you and your choice of school for your children and what goes into that. The truth is, people or parents who give their children an added advantage by doing something different, their kids always stand out and they are different. This is Chako Millionaire with a short video on why we sent our children or my daughter to a daycare. My little man in the background there, John Henry, he is with me. Mommy is going to drop Joanna in daycare today. Normally I do that. And the little man is here. Can you see him? Yeah, he's sitting right there. He's calling me. John Henry is right there. Yeah, I'm going to get him right now. He's calling daddy. Yeah. He's also going to be going to a French daycare. And we are still going to give them serious education in English when they come home. So they will not miss anything. We'll still give them. We will be better parents, better teachers than even the English teacher. We'll beef them out. We'll give them more. And we are hoping that when they grow, we can sleep in our grave one day and say we gave them the best we could. Hoping that they can make the most out of that. This is Chako Millionaire. God bless you. Remember, you don't need more money to live a better life. You need more wisdom. May God help you find a wisdom that has no sorrow. Wisdom that blesses a man's life. Wisdom that makes you experience genuine peace in life. Wisdom that lets you put your hope in something which is better than material things. God bless you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.